Hello and welcome to another installment of Comparative Reasoning. I'm your host, Cedric Kennedy, and I want to talk about the current COVID thing that's going on since the new guideline is if you are vaccinated, you do not have to wear a mask. That's the new thing. If you are a thoughtful person, if you try to think beyond your nose, you know how this is a bad thing. Here's let me just get down to the bare bones of this. Nobody cares about their fellow person, whether it be their neighbor, their family member, their betrothed. It don't matter. Their family pet, someone else's pet, someone else's kid, someone else. Nobody cares about anyone. We are in the so what, YOLO, whatever, anyway, whatever kind of, that is the era we're in. It's been trained upon us through society that, hey, don't complain, just man up, woman up, get it done. Only the weak complain. Only the weak will snitch. Cowards. Everybody's a coward if they got something bad to say. And the government, they don't help that at all. They don't try to lessen it. No, they agitate it even further. What they do is they'll tell you, hey man, bootstraps. Make it on your own. A strong person, will make it on their own, no matter what is in front of them. They'll tear down those walls and they will survive, they will strive, they will thrive. That's what they do, while all the while putting up more and more blockades so you can't do anything. That's what happens. That's the world we're in right now. So the whole thing is, if you are vaccinated, you don't have to wear a mask. The government doesn't care about you. And most likely the people you see on the road, on the street, online, they don't care about you, nor themselves. If they did, you know what they would do? They would listen to that and say, y'all are crazy. Because the truth is, even though you are vaccinated, you are still a carrier. You can still spread it. And if you can be a carrier and you can spread it, you know what that means? You can infect others. You know what that means? It means that that virus will evolve inside of you. Because while you are vaccinated and your body is saying this has to die, the virus that gets in you says we got to find a way to what? Make it, to live. So they're going to find a way around it. That's why you have all these other strains as it is. Not because of the vaccine, but because it's allowed to thrive and merge with new subtle variants to make stronger variants, making it far more contagious. So it spreads faster, it affects you stronger, you get the symptoms a little faster, and we don't know how the vaccine will work against that at all. Sidra chimed in, I put her name up there. So
the CDC has come out and said if you've been vaccinated, you don't have to wear a mask or practice social distancing. But there are a lot of other organizations, I can't name them right now, I don't remember them, that are like, no, that's not correct. One of the nurses associations like that puts first line workers and nurses and doctors at risk and other people at risk. It is way too soon to be making that decree. So although the CDC has said it, a lot of other organizations that are scientific experts disagree with this, saying that it's way too soon to be doing this. And a lot of people are like, I'm going to keep wearing my mask anyway, vaccinated or not. So there are some who are
responsible.
Yeah, using common sense because it's still out here. Moderna is working on boosters to counter the variants that are coming out. I don't know if Pfizer or Johnson & Johnson are, but I read that Moderna is working on boosters for variants because you're going to need them because there's no guarantee. And most likely this current vaccine will not fight the variants. So they're going to be making boosters for the variants.
This virus has killed over 600,000 people. Okay? That's what it does. This virus legitimately, you get the flu, any strain, and you're not vaccinated, your body is well equipped to fight it. You need rest, plenty of water, some anti-inflammatories. You can fight it. With this, it doesn't matter how much of that you do, you're done. Or if you do make it, you are severely hampered in something else. You might have, you lose your kidneys, or you have constant kidney failure, your heart. This stuff attacks the respiratory system, your major organs. It causes massive blood clots or multiple minor blood clots that do what? Clot is what it does.
And you can't assume that you'll be one of the people that didn't have any symptoms and no ill effects. Those are very fortunate people, because a lot of them don't. Either they died or they're still suffering with the ill effects. And consider the fact that India is struggling, dying, suffering with COVID big time right now. You know, it's especially sitting the time to go traveling, people. It's not a time to jump on a plane.
The U.S. won't even help them because financially it doesn't help the United States. And financially it doesn't help Big Pharma to give you a decent vaccine or anything like that for cheap, because it doesn't help them financially. They're trying to raise the prices. Everyone has raised prices since this started. Pizza places, burger places, all restaurants and whatnot have raised their prices, and the minimum wage hasn't gone up. They have used this virus to further financially ruin everyone. And now when you get the $15 minimum wage, all it is going to do is just put it right back where it was just 3 years ago anyway. Yes, they want things back to normal. I don't. The CDC, that's government. And there's a lot of people out there that say, well, that's government, we need to trust in them. No, you cannot. You cannot. You got to go with, simply put, it's very simple. If you get a virus, you're contagious. There are not many viruses where if you get it, you're not contagious. There are very few. You can probably list them on 5 fingers. I don't know. Maybe 2 hands. Maybe. With the millions of viruses that are out there. Maybe 2 hands. Maybe. But the CDC, they're controlled by money-grubbing people. It's not in your best interest. And the proof is the fact that they're saying, hey, you're vaccinated. Go out there. Spread it. What about those that aren't vaccinated? What about those that are not vaccinated, don't want to get vaccinated and say, I am vaccinated?
They say keep your mask on and keep social distancing.
They aren't going to tell you that they're not vaccinated. People lie.
And that's the problem. Stores aren't going to be saying, let me see your vaccination card. They're not going to do that.
I know y'all don't like hearing this, but humans are the most distrustful creatures on this planet. They don't trust anyone because they know they can't be trusted anyway. They're going to do whatever they can to get out of whatever it is that they don't want to do. And that's just adults, children, that's human beings at all stages of life. That's just what that is. So you really think that you can trust a human being on the honor system of this deadly pandemic? This is our second wave. The first one hasn't ended. It evolved into the second wave. You can say fourth wave. Some people say a fourth wave. You got to determine what a wave is in the first place, because it never ended. It's never gone down. It might have staggered off and then went back up. Spring break came. Look what happened. You know what next month is? June. Cookout time, family reunion time, and then July. You got the 4th of July. They're going to be a big get together on that one. And then when that's over, you're still going to have, school got to get back in. So they're going to definitely push that again. Schools around here started opening up and it's like, oh, there are COVID cases. I wonder why. People, this virus has exposed us for the shit-kicked, mentally decrepit people that we are. We are not evolved. We are no better than the damn Neanderthals and Cro-Magnons that we came from. We're no better. We can't be. Because if we were, we would have been just like when people get the flu. What happens? What have you always done? Stay away from me. You got the cold, you got the crud, get away from me. You got this, stay away. You cover your mouth when you cough and all this other stuff. But now you got something that's actually murdering people, damn their health or age. And now all of a sudden it's no mask. Don't worry about it. Don't cover up. Don't stay away. That don't make any sense. My friend in Nevada said, don't trust the common sense because sense ain't common. When he said that, it stunned me. I'm like, crap. Because what's commonsensical to some isn't for someone else. Some say, I listen to the government only, so you're wrong. Some say, well, I would listen to you if you were right wing. I would listen to you if you were left wing. I would listen to you if you were religious. I would listen to you if you were not religious. There's so many divisions that nothing can be said or done right. There is no umbrella of truth. No one cares about the facts. They care about their tribe. You want to go out, you want to do things like nothing's ever changed. Well, it's back, okay? Are you happy? Black people getting gunned down by cops. Little kids are getting molested, murdered, and raped. We're back to normal. We're there. This whole thing about Black Lives Matter, which has been swept under the rug, people still trying to bring it up like it's actually going to do something. And then people using Black Lives Matter to blame for all the ills on the planet, even things that it had nothing to do with. They've gotten back to that. You know, the Republicans have gone back to blaming Biden and all the Democrats for any and everything that's wrong, despite the Democrats and whatnot being Republican anyway. The Republicans are split because of Donald Trump and then their former selves. The only thing they're really split about is the fact that we had things under wraps and we had absolute manipulation over people, and Trump exposed that we had manipulation and stuff over people. So all you got is the people that know how to shut the fuck up and screw you over, to those that are on a bullhorn and not holding back, that says we're screwing you over, but we're going to blatantly lie to you. That's what it's split into. So with everything torn asunder, exposed, and those trying to keep the lie, those that are trying to put you back to work just so that you can die for their fortune, is it really worth it? If you want chaos, you got it. If you like chaos, you got it. If you are addicted to chaotic situations, you got it. You want to see what the modern civil war is? You're looking at the opening stages of it, because this is it. Various areas, and eventually you're going to get some people that say, you don't come here if you are not this or that. It will be you will see people moving into certain areas, and eventually you're going to see a military have to go in somewhere and break something up because somebody's going to be blockaded into some kind of cul-de-sac or something. That mess is going to happen at some point. We don't have a government that cares about us. They care about the 1%, and the 1% want their money, and they can't get their money if you don't take your ass back to work. It's literally that simple. The government's going to protect the 1% because the 1% pays the government just as much as you do. All of this could be avoided, or could have been avoided, if the government said, let us not do insider trading and protect our money and protect the people instead. There's a virus out there. It started, that we know of, best that we can figure out, in China. People are vacationing or on away students or something. They can't come back. They can't leave China. And if they do come here, they got to be quarantined. Absolutely. They get off that plane with a face mask, and they got to be admitted to hospitals or a home or something, but they can't go willy-nilly. And they got to be military guards that say, if you leave your home, you get shot. It's that simple. Protect the people at all costs. If they had done that, we wouldn't be where we are. Over 600,000 people would be alive, and exponentially times 3, 4, 5, and 6 of that would not be going through mourning. They would not be hurting. They would not have lost those too soon. I'm one of them. You know, these things are happening. So I know you probably don't care about one thing or the other. And that's just seems to be what human nature is, not caring until it affects you. And the one saying I have, whether negative or positive, if it can happen to me. And that causes me to look out for you. Because whatever I do wrong that can affect you, you could be doing wrong to affect me. So I at least want to take the first step and do what's right. I don't want to listen to authority. I don't want to listen to a tribe. I want to do bare minimum what is right. What is the right thing to do? Wear a mask. Wash your hands. Stay 19 to 20 feet apart. This whole thing saying if you're vaccinated and you're outside, then the chances of spreading it is minimum. No, do not listen to that. They're still having super gatherings and stuff, and these super spreader events. They still have them. You've got those who are vaccinated spreading it to those who are not, and those who are vaccinated. And when you live somewhere long enough, you adapt to the surroundings and you get stronger to those surroundings. Humans have been doing it for 16 million years plus. This virus has only been around for just a year and a quarter, well, year and a half by now. How strong do you think it's going to be in us when we just won't let it go? We will not let it die. And it's trying to die. This is the one virus that is trying to actually not be here, and we won't let it go. Just imagine that. A virus that don't want to be here to keep killing us, and we got to die. But we're going to blame each other and not the virus. Anyone that's calling this anything of the China virus or the Wuhan virus, you look at them, you shake your head and say, you are wrong and you're a bigot. This is the United States virus. Because whatever came out of China, the way it is now with the United States, this virus will whoop that virus's ass. It will whoop his ass. So I guess we want to be number one in something. It's about the evolving of this virus. I want better for you. I do. I just wish you would want better for everyone else. And does that mean I'm saying that you all want the bad thing? It depends on who you are. If you don't want to wear a mask, then yes, I'm talking to you. But if you're doing the right things, then no. But I do applaud you. If you're wearing a mask, washing your hands, staying inside, doing your best to go out only if you have to, and not making an excuse to do it because you want to. If you're doing your best to do the right thing, man, male, female, in between and outside, binary, non-binary, thank you. Not many people will thank you, but I do. I thank you for trying to protect those that aren't bright enough to protect themselves and their peers. This has been Sidra for Comparative Reasoning. Thank you for listening.